heart, hustle, baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on home.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Glacier Bank Park for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone. So excited to have you along for the ride as today the Glacier Range Riders take on the RedPocket Mobiles in Game 5 of a 6-game series here at Glacier Bank Park. Range Riders lead the series by a total of 4-0. They've already clinched the series victory. A good bounce back for them after dropping 3 straight series. After now a 6-5 win on Friday night. 4 for 4, Kyle Ashworth went in the contest, and he came through with the clutch RBI single to score Drew Collins and put the Range Riders in front for good. Range Riders, it is a crucial day with Missoula and Billings playing 2 games just down the road. We'll keep an eye on that one. If the Range Riders are going to make some movements in the standings, it feels like today might be a day where they can make some progress or have a mountain that maybe is too tall to climb. We'll talk more about it throughout the broadcast, but for now, we'll take a quick break, come back with the starting lineups from Glacier Bank Park. Do not touch that dial.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back in. Scott Gladstone with you as the Glacier Range Riders with a 20-14 overall record, plan to take on the RedPocket Mobiles 7-27 overall in just a few moments. But first, let's meet the starting lineups for the two sides. First, for your Glacier Range Riders, leading off for the Range Riders back into the starting lineup. Did have a pinch-hit opportunity yesterday. It's Alex Fernandez batting .357 on the year. Kyle Ashworth, clutch day for him yesterday. He's got an on-base percentage that is near the top of the league at .536. He bats second. Donovan Ratfield third. Horning, Rover, and McLaughlin the middle three. Garner, Steele, and a professional debut by Walker Zampella rounds out the starting 9. Chris Canada is the pitcher, a 4.95 ERA for the tall southpaw. On the other side, Braylon Bishop leads it off for the RedPocket Mobile. Spence Coffin bats second. Nieves third. Harrison Dudley, Johnson, and Valdez make up the middle three, while Fret, Weaver, Jackson round out the starting 9 for the Mobiles. The starting pitcher on the bump is Ren Arias, a 9.29 ERA in 6 starts for Arias this season. We'll take one more quick break and come back with first pitch from Glacier Bank Park.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Our national anthem sang live in stadium here at Glacier Bank Park. As we meet the defense for the Glacier Range Riders, who will set up, it'll be Donovan Ratfield behind home, catching the balls and strikes from Chris Canada. Tommy Rover will be over at third base, while at short, it's Jacob Steele. Second baseman is Zampella, making that pro debut, while Carson Garner is the first baseman for the Range Riders today. The outfield from left to right, Kyle Ashworth, J.D. McLaughlin, and Alex Fernandez. Starting pitcher for the Glacier Range Riders, Chris Canada on the bump. Canada has had such a roller coaster of a season. He really started kind of clunky, and he didn't even get to make his first appearance until late in that first week, just due to the Range Riders getting such good starts from their starting pitchers. But ever since he kind of got thrust into the starting role, he has been solid. Control is the biggest question for him, but if he can keep it around the strike zone, he has been really fun to watch. He started on Sunday in the 21-2 victory over the Missoula Paddleheads and got that early big cushion and has been able to ride it to victory 2 games in a row. We got the same thing last Tuesday against the Great Falls Voyagers. Offense came out, gave him a cushion, and he rode it to a decent outing. His question is not only control, but it's getting deeper into contests, because right now he has not been able to complete the 5 necessary innings to get that first professional victory on the season. 4.95 ERA, he does have 1 professional victory out of relief. 1 win, 2 losses, and he has 23 strikeouts to 17 walks. Opposing batters are hitting just 197 against the Southpaw, originally from Newport, California. 4-year career at San Diego State for Canada. Hits the ball back. Reminder of the lineup for the Mobiles. It is Bishop, Kaufman, Nieves, Harrison, Dudley, Johnson, and Valdez, Fret, Weaver, and Jackson. As the never boring Braylon Bishop steps into the left-handed batter's box to see the first pitch from Chris Canada. It is in the zone. We are underway at 7:04 p.m., 65 degrees, and mostly overcast skies. Better than the on and off rain we had throughout the afternoon, however. Count goes to 0-1. This one, a high fly ball to right field. Bishop will see that one go yard. Braylon Bishop is on a tear. He started the game yesterday with a solo home run, and today he sends that no-doubter 401 feet over the right field fence. One to nothing in advantage of the RedPocket Mobiles. Up comes Spence Kaufman in this 1-0 scoreline. For Canada, just the second home run he's given up this season. First pitch in here to Kaufman. Whoa, nowhere near. This is a situation you wonder about with Canada, is when faced with that hard hit ball over the right field fence, how does he respond? Can he key back in on the zone? Is that one, I don't know if it slipped or what, but oof. There's a called ball inside. Count goes to 2-0. I mentioned that we would be keeping you up to date with the PBL scoreboard because there is a very important doubleheader going on down in Missoula right now. And if you're a Range Rider fan, you're not going to like what's happening. In the top of the 7th inning, you have a 7-inning contest as there's a base knock into center field by Kaufman. Single with nobody out. Runner on first now. Billings leads Missoula 9-5. If they can close that one out in the bottom of the 7th inning, they will push their magic number down to single digits. They will need 9 wins in their remaining 15 games to give them a playoff spot. The Range Riders are one of the teams that are chasing them. As a swing and a miss comes from Hector Nieves. Count goes to 0-1. Nieves, .342 batting average on the season. There's another swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-2. RedPocket Mobiles coming into this series, we're batting .277, but throughout the course of this series, they've ticked that slightly down, batting .276. Swing and a miss, a 3-pitch strikeout of Nieves. That's a good bounce back there from Canada, who got a couple flails and misses from the southpaw. Up comes Jordan Harrison Dudley, who will step into the right-handed batter's box, the switch hitter. Originally from Paris, no, not France, Texas. I think there's a Netflix show. I feel like I saw a trailer once about somebody thinking they were going to Paris, France, and they end up getting sent to Paris, Texas. Swing and a miss, count goes to 0-1. There's a show about everything these days. 0-1, 1-out pitch. Swing and a miss there. Count goes to 0-2. .02 pitch to the Mobiles first baseman. Down low, did he go? No. Count goes to 1-2. Paris, Texas is right near the Oklahoma border, northeast of Dallas. Runners going. Throw will come into second and not be in time. Kaufman has a stolen base. Got a good jump there. Lefty on the mound in Canada, but he does have a long stretch to the plate, obviously, with that very tall frame. Now in scoring position is Kaufman with 1 out and a 2-2 pitch coming into number 22, Jordan Harrison Dudley. To the backstop it goes. Another one that gets away from Canada. Wild pitch. Has a runner on third now. Funny enough, Paris, Texas, not too far from Texarkana, Texas, where the leadoff batter, Braylon Bishop, is from. Payoff pitch, 3-2 into Harrison Dudley. Swing and a miss. A strikeout to send down first baseman player coach. 2 outs, top of the first inning. Justin Johnson now stepping in. Johnson originally from West Sacramento. Solo home run last night for Johnson. 1-0 scoreline here, top of the first inning. Called the ball outside. Count goes to 1-0. 2 outs, runner on third here. Crucial moment for the Mobiles to see if they can pick up another run. Outside, it's 2-0. Bishop led off this contest with a solo home run. Kaufman singled. 2 straight strikeouts since for Canada versus the Mobiles. Foul scrape. And the count goes to 2-1. Can't fold that one into the zone. Ooh, it was close. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Canada into Johnson. Outside, ball 4 and a walk. Up steps Andy Valdez. Valdez, the catcher. Johnson over there on first base. 2 years at Jackson State, 2 years at San Francisco State. Did not steal a base until his final season of collegiate baseball when he took 4 for San Francisco State. Stole 3 last year for Northern Colorado, as there's a cut and a miss from Andy Valdez. This year he has 2 stolen bases. Just something to keep an eye out for, but I don't assume he's going. I think he was caught stealing last night, actually, Johnson, on maybe a failed hit and run. 0-1. Skips in the dirt. Ratfield blocks. It was an important block to make. Billings drove that score even higher in the 7-inning game and just got the 3rd out in the bottom of the 7th inning. So it is Billings 10, Missoula 5. Billings inches closer to clinching a playoff spot, the 1-1. Levitated outside the zone. Count goes to 2-1. Just missing his spots here is Canada, and this Mobile squad patient to it. Also, there's other action going on around the PBL because a lot of teams like to start earlier in the late afternoon or whereabouts. As this one popped up to shallow right field. Zampella gets a chance to make his first play as a professional and will grab it on the pop out. Range Riders allow a solo shot but get out of the jam in the top of the 1st inning. Canada had to work for it. It's 1-0, Red Pocket.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a 3rd-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. Glacier Range Riders will see the defense as follows. Valdez behind the plate. Johnson over at third base. Nieves is the shortstop. Jackson at second base. Over at first base, it's Jordan Harrison Dudley. The outfield from left to right. Weaver, Bishop, and Keyshawn Fred. First pitch coming in from Ren Arias. It is called the ball inside. Count goes to 1-0. No outs, bottom of the first inning. Ren Arias, not much to say about him because he is a hard man to figure out, as that one's in the zone, right down the middle. Arias, originally from Yamagata, Japan, played most recently for the Gunma Diamond Pegasus, Japan. He's 24 years old, 5'7", 166 pounds. Missing downstairs, count goes to 2-1. On the season, he struggled a fair amount. 9.29 ERA, 1 win, 1 loss, 6 starts. And he has 15 strikeouts to 14 walks. That is not a high strikeout rate that he has. About 1 every 2 innings. At the bottom of the zone at 85 miles per hour, count goes to 2-2. 2-2 pitch in to Fernandez. This one lifted down the left field line, but he was late to it. It's foul. This one hit on the ground. Arias is able to recover and throw to first. For out number 1, it was hit hard at 94, but close enough to the feet of Arias to get out number 1. Ashworth coming off a great night last night. For 4, and the game-winning RBI single. Upstairs, count goes to 1-0 to Ashworth. Among players that have played over 30 games, Kyle Ashworth is second in the league in on-base percentage with a .536 mark. There's a ball, count goes to 2-0. There's a strike. Yeah, I can find pretty much no existence of a Ren Arias other than his 6 games played here with the Mobiles. Inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. So that's what we're going off of. One of a few players in the league, a very few number of players in this league that have a hometown listed in Japan. There's a strike to make the count 3-2. 1 out, bottom of the first inning on average per start. He ends up going about 5 innings. Keeps the pitch count low despite a handful of walks and some difficulty striking out guys. There is a lead or a 1-out walk to send Ashworth to first. Up comes Donovan Ratfield. This one hit towards right field, but it is hard hit right at the right fielder Fred for out number 2. Donovan Ratfield, 1 pitch, 1 out there. And you see that's the ability that Arias has, is to be able to put that one over the plate. 87 miles per hour, which is about as fast as it's going to come in. Pickoff attempt. Up comes Carson Horning. Horning on the season, 298 batter, 2 home runs, 21 RBIs. As that one's called, a strike, and the count goes to 0-1. That one also called a strike, a challenge coming as Carson Horning will not stand for that one. Pitch overturned. That one was nowhere close, as it's about a ball or 2 below the zone. Plate umpire Matt Beaver wrong, or shown to be wrong for the first time today. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. That one called a strike. This is an outstanding job done in the wrong direction by Matt Beaver, because that one was about a ball inside and low as well. Count goes to 1-2. And that one just missed high, but based on the quite expanded zone here, maybe lucky to get away with that. Count goes to 2-2 on Horning. All 4 pitches have missed ABS, but 2 of them, technically 3 of them, called a strike. That one also misses the zone, also correctly called the ball. 3 of these pitches that have missed the zone called a strike by our home plate umpire. 1 of them challenged, so thank goodness for Horning doing that to allow him a 3-2. 2-out pitch here in the bottom of the first inning. Horning versus Arias. Fouled off. Next pitch will be the 20th by Ren Arias. Gunma Diamond Pegasus, who he most recently played for, semi-pro baseball team in the Baseball Challenge League of Japan. Runner going again, hard hit to center field. Down for a base knock. Ashworth goes first to third. That one 99 off the bat for a 2-out single from Carson Horning. The Baseball Challenge League, as I dig deeper into the rabbit hole of Japanese Professional Baseball League. Abbreviated designation is BC League. The most titles have been won by Gunma Diamond Pegasus. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. 72-game season they play from April to October, split into 2 half terms, similar to Pioneer League. As this one into shallow center field, should be playable for Bishop, who makes the grab. Out number 3. Rover pops out to end the inning, and the Range Riders strand runners on the corners. It's 1-0 Mobiles.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back. It's the top of the second inning. Keyshawn Frett will lead it off for the RedPocket Mobiles. Solo blast in the first. That's the difference right now. Bishop sent one over the outfield fence as this one hit foul. The count goes to 0-1. Misses up and in. Count goes to 1-1. Frett on the season, batting .240, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. Upstairs, 2-1. Mentioned this last night. Frett, a few games away from a stint where he can possibly try and exact some revenge against the team that cut him in spring training, the Missoula Paddleheads. And this one has some revenge against it as a solo shot by Frett over the left field fence to the tune of 379 feet. Makes it 2-0 RedPocket. Keyshawn Frett absolutely tagged that one. The question was it going to be fair? And it was. 101 off the bat. 2-0 Mobiles lead. There's a ball up and away. Count goes to 1-0 on Maury Weaver now. Weaver batting .221. No home runs, 6 RBIs for Weaver. That one finds the zone. 1-1. Swing and a miss. One ball, 2 strike, no out pitch. Swing and a miss as Weaver went down for that one. And the throw down to first finds Garner in time for a strikeout. 1 gone now, top of the second inning. One out pitch into Marquise Jackson now. Lefty on lefty matchup. Low and away. Count goes to 1-0. There's a cut and a foul ball to make it 1-1. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2 now. Canada's showing, man, he's got some really good swing and miss stuff that is deceiving these RedPocket batters as Marquise Jackson takes a tot. But they've also connected really strongly with a couple as well. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out, top of the second inning. Pitch in from Canada. Get on the ground towards second, where Zampella will bobble that one, and the throw not in time. That one likely going down as an E4 on Zampella. Maybe unable to make that play. Watch the replay back. He had to that extra clutch there, and we'll see what that goes down as. I think as of right now, scoreboard showing hit. That one showing over the head of Bishop. Count goes to 1-0, 77-mile-per-hour breaker that did not break. This Bishop, 1 for 1 with a home run tonight. Runners going, throw in. Not in time, stolen base there. So Jackson into second. And a 2-0 hitter's count for a dangerous hitter. Left the bat, he did not go. And the count goes to 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out, top of the second inning. 2-0 RedPocket. That one hit the inside of the zone. The count goes to 3-1. Bishop questioning the strike zone. That entire ball was in the zone. I don't know what he saw. 3-1. Skips in, ball 4. Bishop will walk to first, and more trouble. Well, put Chris Canada at some risk here. 40 pitches thrown by Canada. Up steps Spence Kaufman. He's 1 for 1. And a pitch missing upstairs and away. For Canada, right now, only half the pitches in this inning have hit the zone. Runners going, double steal, throw in. They got him at second. So Bishop caught stealing. That is the first time this season he's been caught, as he was late on the double steal attempt. You see the tag applied just a little bit late, as this is a base knock and an RBI single by Kaufman up the middle. Three to nothing in favor of the RedPocket Mobiles. The runner on third there. Jackson on that pitch. Doesn't get a stolen base due to the fact that the runner on second got caught. Now Kaufman has himself a stolen base. This one to shallow right field. Fernandez running in and makes the grab for out number 3. Broken bat fly out by Nieves. We head to the bottom of the second. It is 3-0 RedPocket with the lead over the Range Riders.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
J.D. McLaughlin leads us off here in the bottom of the second inning. 3-0 RedPocket with the lead. That ball floating in, missing inside. 68 miles per hour from Arias, who was out there after a shutout frame. This one rocketed and not grabbed by Kaufman. Kaufman down to a knee to grab it, so it should be a hit there from Kaufman, who was unable to receive that one cleanly. That one came 97 at the shortstop. And actually, that's not Kaufman, that's Nieves over there. JD leads off with the base knock. Range Riders have made hard contact on nearly every ball that has gone to the outfield. They're just trying to tick some over the zone, and our home plate umpire loves the pitches from Arias, as nearly every pitch that has been taken is getting called a strike, and they might not actually be hitting the zone. The 0-1, pick off over to first. McLaughlin running as this one goes out to left field and is caught. The throw back to first, safe, not in time, just a little bit off the bag. It was Harrison Dudley who nearly split himself in half trying to grab it. Range Riders make firm contact again, but it is a line out to left, and there's one gone. Jacob Steele steps in. Steele's first at-bat of the contest, batting .305 on the season, 3 home runs, 26 RBIs. And the first pitch is upstairs at 85 miles per hour. One in the zone, right dead center. Count goes to 1-1 on Steele. For Steele, 19 runs scored. On base percentage sitting at .434 for Steele. There's a called strike, and the count goes to 1-2. Manager of the RedPocket Mobiles is Dimitri Young. Range Riders, if they win tonight and tomorrow, he would hit his an unsanctimonious milestone, as there's a check down on first, unsuccessful. Count goes to 2-2. He is right now 30-98 in his 2 seasons of Pioneer League managing. So if 2 losses are delivered this weekend, would have his 99th and 100th loss. As this one down the line, just foul. Todd Pratt had to scurry out of the way of it. Speaking of Todd Pratt, second season as manager of the Range Riders, he is closing in on a milestone victory, a small one. The next win for him is his 60th in charge of the Range Riders. Total record of 59-68 in his 2 1/3 seasons. 2-2, 1-out pitch into Jacob Steele. Swing and a miss. 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Ren Arias with his first punch out of the day. Up comes Walker Zampella. First professional at-bat for Walker Zampella, who I haven't got to talk about much. Product of East Stroudsburg University, which has a couple PBL players, as the runner is going. Throw is into center field. And now McLaughlin will head to third. It's going to be an E2 on Valdez there for the missed throw. Pitch coming in, I believe, was called a strike. Count goes to 0-1. Called that one a ball, actually, so the count is 1-0. To Zampella, who fouls off that pitch. Counts 1-1 now. Walker Zampella coming off a 2025 season, which was his last collegiate year, where he batted .269. 4 home runs, 26 RBIs. On base percentage was at .374 for East Stroudsburg, which is a D2 school. There's a called strike. Count goes to 1-2. Jeremy Piotkovich, Missoula Paddlehead, is another East Stroudsburg product. Last summer played in the Cal Ripken Collegiate League for the Only Crop Dusters. Swing and a miss, a strikeout of Zampella. And there is the third out of the inning. Range Riders for the second straight inning strand a runner on third after the leadoff single by McLaughlin. We head to the third. It's 3-0.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back in. It's Jordan Harrison Dudley to lead us off here, top of the third inning. Home run in the first inning last night for Harrison Dudley. Strikeout swinging in the first inning tonight for the first baseman. Fouls off the first pitch, and the count goes to 0-1. Top of the third inning here. 3-0. RedPocket with the lead over the Glacier Range Riders. No one in the zone. Floated at 77 in there. 2 solo home runs have led off each of the past 2 innings. The 0-2 pitch now into Harrison Dudley. This one to the left center field gap, and it's down for extra bases from Harrison Dudley, who charges into second with a stand-up double. Justin Johnson now steps in. 0-for-0 Johnson is with a walk his first time up. That one misses, and the count goes to 1-0. On Johnson. Swing and a miss. A healthy cut on a well-placed pitch by Canada at 87 miles per hour. Stand-up steal over there at third for Harrison Dudley, who was running on the pitch. Count goes to 2-1 as it missed the zone as well. Leadoff runner now at third as Garner inches in over near first. And that one hits the foot and gets cooped up perfectly. I don't know if I've ever seen that, where it just was basically stomped on by Johnson. So an HBP. They'll send Johnson to first. Runners on the corners, nobody out here. Will Oman going to come out and have a conversation with Canada on the bump. They're going to want him to be able to eat some more innings than right now, as he's found himself into trouble to lead off a third straight inning. Solo home run in the first, but he was able to minimize any further damage. Last inning allowed a solo home run before a single, walk, and an RBI single. Brought another across. Andy Valdez is coming up to the plate. He popped out to second base. That ended the first inning. Nobody out here, top of the third inning. RedPocket 3, Range Riders nothing. 5-game winning streak for the Range Riders, but an early deficit here at home. Pickoff over to first base, and he threw it beyond his first baseman. Johnson will hold at second, and E1 reaches the first run. That is not the way you want to come out of a mound visit, as Canada did not do himself any favors on that one. Garner didn't field it cleanly over there. Looked like it might have had a chance to get Johnson, honestly. It was a decent look at a pickoff attempt, just not executed the way you would want. As it's 4-0 RedPocket. Ball up and away. Count goes to 1-0. Also misses. 2 balls and no strikes. This one popped up foul. The count goes to 2-1. Valdez, the catcher, batting .254 right now. 3 home runs, 12 RBIs. 2-1 pitch. He's nowhere close. Bradfield gets a glove to it to knock it down. Three-one hitters count for Valdez. Range Riders still looking for the first out of this inning. Pitch in. Ball 4. None of those were particularly close on the 4 balls. Up comes Keyshawn Fred, 1-for-1 with a home run over the left field fence. called strike. That was a gifted strike to Canada. That's the result of no home plate umpire calling too many balls in a row. That was about 3 balls outside the zone. Fred opts not to challenge. That one called the ball as well after it's a cricket toss in there. A cricket player actually started the game for the Oakland Ballers yesterday and struck out Josh Duarte, one of the best batters in the league. So maybe cricket toss. There's a translation there. He was taken out after the 1 batter. Apparently the 3 batter minimum rule not in effect. Up and away, and right now the best option for the RedPocket Mobiles is to just hang out with the bat on their shoulder. It should be a 3-0 count due to where these pitches have actually come in. Play an umpire gifted a strike to Canada, the 2-1. Upstairs. Three-one pitch. And that one is ball 4, low and away. Canada has loaded the bases up as some of the struggles that he saw in the early part of the season, which was control, have returned after the leadoff double by Jordan Harrison Dudley. It's been a hit by pitch, a walk, and a walk, mixed with an error over to first that have combined for at least 1 run scored this inning, but of course many more knocking on the door. Maury Weaver sees the pitch low and inside. If you're Weaver, the lowest batting average in this starting lineup, I wouldn't even swing the bat until there's 2 strikes. That one's a ball, up and away. Five-pitch walk to Johnson. 5-pitch walk to Fred. And now a 2-0 count to Maury Weaver. Make it 3-0. That one hits the zone right on the outer cut to Weaver. But again, on him, I'm not swinging at the next one either. Three-one pitch in. This one hit on the ground. A chance for 2. Flip for 1. The throw is in time to first base. 6-4-3 double play. That certainly helps. Even though a run does score on it, Johnson across, no RBI given to Maury Weaver. Every once in a while, I say something and it makes me look a little bit smarter, like I wouldn't have swung on that one. It did hit the zone, but still, just keep the pressure on it. That one misses low and away. Runner does go to third in Valdez. 5-0 RedPocket, but with an opposing pitcher that has a 9+ ERA on the bump, you got to think the offense will find a way to score some runs. So RedPocket would want some more. That one near the face of the batter Marquise Jackson, who's 1 for 1 right now. It was scored an infield single when he got on. He scored on the Kaufman single to center. The 2-0, 2-out pitch, top of the 3rd. Call the ball upstairs. It is 3-0. If you walk Marquise Jackson, you open the door for the leadoff batter Bishop to step back up. And with warm-ups going on in the pen right now for the Range Riders, it might not be a possibility for him to face Bishop, Canada, if he can't deal with Jackson. 70 pitches thrown by Chris Canada. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 3rd inning. The hitters count into Jackson. And it skips in there, no question about it. Ball 4 and a walk given to Jackson. No movement from the Range Rider dugout. With a lefty coming up in Braylon Bishop, it looks like they're going to give the batter to Canada. Bishop ready for it. As Canada, pitch clock expired. It's going to be a ball for a clock violation. Count goes to 1-0. Bishop might be a guy that will end up leading the league in clock violations drawn, especially if umpires are not strict with the fact that he needs to be ready in the box at 9 seconds, which he was, maybe it was close in there. Runner going from second, and a wild pitch will score another run. 6-0, Red Pocket. It's a stolen base for Jackson because he was running on the pitch. (2-0), 2-out pitch, top of the 3rd. Upstairs, it's 3-0. This inning started off with a double. And then on a 3-1 count, Johnson was hit by a pitch. Then a 5-pitch walk. A 5-pitch walk. This is a 4-pitch walk. A double play happened, and then 2 more walks as Todd Pratt makes his walk out to the bump. First 2 innings were rough, but the Range Riders could have survived that one. This inning, due to the inability to find the strike zone, has really gone haywire for Canada. Daniel Charon now will step into the contest with 2 outs here, top of the 3rd inning, a flex starter for these Glacier Range Riders. Started 1 game and has appeared once out of the pen, and now will have a long relief role in front of it. It seems Charon got his first professional victory with a win in the comeback on Thursday night. Charon, a product out of Central Washington University, originally from Pasco, went to Chiawana High School there. Originally went to Spokane Falls Community College, where he was a 2nd team All-East Region honor in the NWAC, Northwest Athletic Conference. Good JUCO conference in terms of baseball. There's a lot of good baseball being played around the PNW. 5'10", 190 pounds for Daniel Charon. Did have some summer collegiate experience as well with the Yakima Valley Pippins, starting 4 games and having a 6.91 ERA in the summer of 2022, last spring for Central Washington. He was 3-6 with a 5.7 ERA, Daniel Charon. 2 outs, top of the 3rd inning. He had a shutout top of the 8th on Thursday night. And now we'll look to get the final out of this inning and probably have a couple more innings of work. First pitch into Kaufman is fouled off. The count goes to 0-1. Just 5 innings of work thus far for Charon. Only one strikeout. He's not going to blow up by you. In his final collegiate season, he had 77 innings and 52 strikeouts. But he's got that crafty ability where he can maybe find a way to get a string of guys out. He also has had a successful pickoff attempt in the top of the 8th inning on Thursday. That certainly helped. Speed on the bases right now for the Mobiles. Jackson on second, Bishop on first. Low and away, good snag by Ratfield. Count goes to 1-2. A long top of the 3rd inning. 3 runs already across. If not for that double play, it really could have gotten out of hand quick. 1-2. Also misses. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Spence Kaufman is 2 for 2. 2 singles on well-hit balls into center. Ball 3. Sharon worked to add 0-2. Now he's lost the count as it's full versus Spence Kaufman. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning. 6-0 Glacier. Or excuse me, 6-0 RedPocket in Glacier. 3-2 pitch, late swing, fouled off. Another 3-2 pitch. This one into right field. Fernandez working over, and he'll make the grab for out number 3. 3 runs get across in the top of the 3rd. Mobiles with an early edge, 6-0.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Welcome back, bottom of the 3rd inning. Alex Fernandez leads us off here. Range Riders are going to find a way to this one. They're going to need to find a way to figure out Arias, who despite his ERA of nearly 10, has kept a shutout on the board through 2 innings. And it's fouled off. Fernandez with a ground out back to Arias on a 94-mile-per-hour comebacker. A 1 into Fernandez. Skips in. 1-1. Mentioned the former ball club of Arias, the Gunma Diamond Pegasus. They are located in Gunma Prefecture and play at Takasaki City Jonan Baseball Stadium. Looked up Gunma Prefectures as a called strike. Looks absolutely gorgeous. Mount Tenagawa is there. They have a cable car that you can go up it. Ose National Park. There's a heritage site at the Tomioka Silk Mill. I swear I'm not getting paid by the Gunma Prefecture Tourism Department. Is this one carrying out to deep right field, tracking back, getting to it, and it will one hop against the fence. Fernandez. Cruz is into second. Leadoff double on a torched ball to right center field. 379 feet. And up steps Kyle Ashworth, 0 for 0 with a walk. Kyle Ashworth. We'll see a new baseball given to Arias. I mentioned the Gunma Prefecture. If you don't know how it works in Japan, prefectures are essentially states. There's 47 prefectures. First pitch, called ball inside. Count goes to 1-0. Strike there, 1 ball, 1 strike for Kyle Ashworth. Runners going to third, and the catcher lost the baseball. I believe it was called a ball. Count goes to 2-1, and Fernandez has his 18th stolen base of the season. This one's a ball, gets by the catcher, but not one you're going to gamble to try and go home on. Arias out here being threatened the most he's been all day. As the count's 3-1, hitters count for one of the best hitters on this Range Rider roster. 3-1, no out pitch, bottom of the third. Tapper over towards first. Arias will need to cover the bag, and he is able to do so just in time. RBI ground out. Range Riders will not be shut out. It is 6-1. If you are the RedPocket Mobiles, you'll certainly take that trade. This Mobiles staff has a team ERA of 9.10. Of course, the Range Riders haven't necessarily pushed that higher. They've scored an average of 7 runs per game in this series. First pitch, a strike. And the count goes to 0-1. Mentioned original hometown is Yamagata, Japan for Arias, which is about, is this one clocked. 104 into center for a base hit. That's about a 4-hour drive from where Arias last played his baseball there in the Gunma Prefecture. Closer to the northern part of Japan, while Gunma is just a little bit to the northwest of the greater Tokyo area. First pitch in, floats at 68 over the zone. There's one's called strike as well. That one at 73. Challenge Riders, can they string together some hits and be able to challenge Arias to more than just an RBI ground out? 6-1 scoreline here. As that one's up and away, count goes to 1-2. Of course, the next pitch will be the 50th. And if you can get in the bullpen, other than a few arms, there has certainly been weaknesses exposed as well for RedPocket. The 1-2, 1-out pitch. Call the ball downstairs. Hornung, he has a lot of faith in this home plate umpire that he's not going to call that one a strike. He saw 5 pitches that all missed the zone. 3 of them were called strikes. He overturned 1 of them on a challenge. Hornung did. The 2-2. And that one called a strike 3. Watched it go by at 70 miles per hour. And there is 2 gone, the 3rd punch out of the game for Arias. Up comes Tommy Rover, who on 1 pitch flied out to center field his last time up. There's a called strike. Count goes to 0-1 on Rover. And skipping and going beyond the catcher. He has no idea where he is, and Ratfield will head to 3rd on it. Arias has to go, and now nobody's playing. Nobody was at home for a brief moment before the 3rd baseman Johnson realized, hey, maybe I should cover home. Donovan Ratfield, if that was Alex Fernandez, you might have seen him try for it. Just because Alex Fernandez is kind of psycho like that. So Ratfield gets to 2nd on the wild pitch, and he gets to 3rd on the wild pitch. Entire infield's going to come in here because with 2 outs, it's a big run that you don't want to allow. Of course, obviously 6-2 scoreline, you would hope it doesn't matter. You would hope your offense would be able to just add a couple runs on and kind of, ride this out to victory. But this RedPocket mobile squad has been through so much this year, and they have seen lofty leads evaporate. One ball, 1 strike right now on Tommy Rover, who still is the team leader in RBIs, but has a much smaller lead than he had earlier in the season as he golfs this one sky high. Over to 3rd base, and it's caught by Johnson for out number 3. We head to the 4th inning in 6-1.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a 3rd-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back in. Top of the fourth inning. Daniel Charon now for his first full inning of work. He'll see 3, 4, and 5 in the form of Nieves, Harrison, Dudley, and Johnson. Nieves is 0 for 2, strikeout and a flyout. 6-1, RedPocket leads after 1 inning, or after 3 innings here. Glitching around the space-time continuum. The hits are just 6-4 in favor of RedPocket, but the Range Riders have stranded a runner on third every inning, and obviously the walks, the issue from the mound in the first 3 innings that really slipped it out of control. 1-1 pitch in from Charon. Ball outside, it's 2-1. First pitch misses, count goes to 1-0. That one also a ball. Jordan Harrison Dudley, dangerous batter, double his last time up. That started the big inning. 3 runs for the Mobiles. Step off from Charon. They will call a pitch clock violation on Charon that time. Count goes to 3-0. And it's ball 4. 4-pitch walk there. Only 3 pitches thrown, but it works out the same way. A 4-0 count. Harrison Dudley, good wheels over there on first base. 14 swiped bags. Justin Johnson, 0 for 0. He has a walk and a hit by pitch. Outside. Leadoff batter got out on the line out. Since then, it's been 6 straight balls. This one hit to third. Rover can't handle it. Likely an E5 on a play that could have been a double play. He was moving over to his left there. See what it goes down as. And he'll be scored a hit on the scoreboard. Runners on first and second. Up comes Andy Valdez. This one, a sky-high fly to left. Near the track and making the grab goes Ashworth. Deep fly out for out number 2. Up steps Keyshawn Frett. 1 for 1 with a home run and a walk. First pitch into Fret. Fouled off. Let's check in and see if Missoula paddleheads. They have, and Missoula has a 2-0 lead in the top of the third inning. The 0-1. Ball count goes to 1-1. This RedPocket Mobile squad officially eliminated from first half playoff contention. If you don't know, the Pioneer League playoffs work out where the top 2 teams in the league in each half clinch the playoff spot. If they're the same teams, if a top 2 team in the first half is a top 2 team in the second half, then it goes to overall record. That one missing downstairs. Count goes to 2-1 on Fred. Right now there are 10 out of the 12 teams alive mathematically for that playoff spot, but Yuba could be eliminated as soon as tonight. If they lose or if Billings wins the second game of the doubleheader, as there's a stunted steal by Harrison Dudley. Great Falls and Oakland are on the fringes of being eliminated mathematically. 2-1, 2-out pitch outside. 2.5 weeks to go in the little less than that technically in the first half, and RedPocket, they got eliminated earlier this week mathematically from playoff contention, and last night the Idaho Falls Chuckers were mathematically eliminated. 3-1 pitch hit on the ground deep in the hole, and it is not grabbed. A green light to send the runner home. The throw in is safe at home. Harrison Dudley was able to just squeak that one out on an RBI single by Keyshawn Fret. Close play at the plate there after kind of a hesitated play where Harrison Dudley, I don't think got a clean green light or not. You see it was just beyond the glove of Steele at short. The throw coming in and just beat it out. They're going to check and see if he touched third. Ooh, can we get another replay of that? Just in case to see if he did touch. They're going to have a conversation right now where that means somebody might have seen something. It would be the only reason they're having this conversation. The umpire closest to it said safe, but it did look awkward at third base over there. See what the umpires say here, as they're going to stick with their call. It is always a little bit sketchy to meet and then do nothing there, because you expect that, hey, why are we meeting if somebody didn't see something? RBI single by Fred. Yeah, the first pitch strike in the zone there. Count goes to 0-1. This is Maury Weaver, grounded into a double play. His last time up, he is 0 for 2. He struck out against Canada as well. One and one goes the count. That one misses outside. RBI single this inning makes it the 4th straight frame where we've seen a run scored by at least one scored by a RedPocket Mobiles player. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. Josiah Chavez getting the day off. Gianni Horvat, who was early season key player, as this one over to right center field will be down for a base knock. A relay will be not sent home. Zampella held onto it out there in shallow center field. I don't know if the relay would have got to it, but clearly some sort of miscommunication. It's a 2 RBI double by Maury Weaver, and it is 9-1 RedPocket. Up comes Marquise Jackson, 1 for 1. He has a single and a walk. There's a ball. Second straight inning, the Range Riders have allowed 3 runs, trailing 9-1 as Mobiles taking advantage of some free passes and some hard hit balls. Glove of the bat, scraped it. Count goes to 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Called strike, count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 4th inning, 9-1 RedPocket. Runner on second and Weaver. As that one's outside, the count goes to 2-2. Bluffed swing there, and Steele is able to grab the looping soft fly out to short. Another 3-spot put up thanks to the RBI single by Fred and the 2 RBI double by Weaver. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 9-1 RedPocket.
Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
It's the bottom of the 4th inning, 9-1. The RedPocket Mobiles lead the Glacier Range Riders. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Glacier Range Riders. Here it is McLaughlin, Garner, and Steele in the bottom of the 4th inning. McLaughlin 1 for 1. And was left stranded on third his last time up. After he led it off with a single, stole second. And now he blasts one to right field. Backing up, getting to the track, and making a catch near the wall is Keyshawn Fred. Great play by Fred, the right fielder, after an RBI single. As you see a look back at it, navigating and crashing into hitting the home side. 1 out on a well-struck ball, 362 feet. The wind might have knocked it down. I mean, just the air, cold temps, rain in the air, knocked it down a little bit as that one misses inside. 1 pitch, 1 out for Arias, who has one of his better outings of the year right now. Count goes to 2-0. Most recent outing for Arias, he had 3 2/3 innings pitched, allowed 12 hits, 10 runs, 9 of them earned, as this one is a no-doubter to left center field. Oh my, 460 feet from Carson Garner. It is 9-2 off a blast to left center field. Carson Garner, his 5th home run of the season, his 24th RBI, bringing himself home on the solo shot. Up comes Jacob Steele, and maybe that's a sign. Even though McLaughlin flew out to deep right field, he still struck it really well. And you think, okay, maybe the Range Rider bats start to figure it out. Versus a guy that, like I was saying, went 3 2/3, 10 runs, 9 of them earned. Allowed 3 home runs against the then last place Idaho Falls Chuckers. That misses. The start before that, he allowed 10 runs, 8 of them earned in 4 1/3 innings. And the start before that, he allowed 6 earned runs in 5 innings. He did have a couple quality starts the first 2, or the middle 2 starts of the year. He pitched 6 innings with 2 runs against the Oakland Ballers on May 29th, and 6 innings, 3 earned runs against the Long Beach Coast in a 5-4 loss on June 4th. Those were a handful of good starts to kind of start off his year, but he has been really struggling since. 4-pitch walk, a steal, gets aboard to first base. And again, the Range Riders, when you get into the bullpen, especially against this RedPocket mobile squad, there have been some leads that have disappeared. We saw one on Thursday night. So don't tune out of this contest as Walker Zampella steps up for his 2nd professional at bat. Zampella struck out swinging his first time up, looking for his first pro hit. As this one to shallow right field, coming in and making the grab is Keyshawn Frett. Steele steps up. Nine to 2 RedPocket lead with a solo blast by Garner. 2 outs now, Steele on first. And the first pitch to Fernandez, who was 1 for 2 at the double his last time up. Steps in. He scored the first run of this contest, did Fernandez. Held back, count goes to 2-0. There as the catcher Ian Valdez looked over to his bench, started to bring the hand up near the head, and held off on it. That one's called a strike. Count goes to 3-1. Just like in the MLB, umpires obviously are trying to make sure and police the bench calling for a challenge. It should be only on the players responsible, the batter, the pitcher, and the catcher. Count goes full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning, 9-2 scoreline. As Range Riders got a solo home run, then they got a walk right after it. And the payoff pitch coming in. Swung on to left field, and it should be playable for Maury Weaver. It is out number 3. We head to the 5th inning. The 4th home run of the season. Scratch that, 5th home run of the season by Carson Garner makes it 9-2.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
A rousing rendition of Sweet Caroline here in the ballpark on this Saturday evening. Hope you're having a great weekend thus far, taking advantage of the hopefully a little bit better weather you're having where we are. Just a little bit overcast and rainy. Bishop, Kaufman, and Nieves due up against the Range Rider pitcher. Still Daniel Sharon out there as time is taken by Bishop. He needs to readjust his gloves. 1 time allotted per at-bat, so presumably that is his. And he might want to readjust his grip on the bat as well, because that bat went flying out. Swing and a miss. And some chalk off it. See if you can figure it out here. Bishop 1 for 1, has 2 walks and a home run. Send it over the right field fence to start the game. Bishop. And so far on 2 pitches, we've had something go all the way to the barrier twice. One is bat on the first swing and miss, and that time the baseball that got by the catcher. 1-1 no out pitch. Right near the bottom of the zone. Challenge coming. And this one will be overturned. And the count goes to 2-1. I don't love the point of the challenge, like the situation, but it was a good challenge, 2-1. This one hit hard through the left side of the infield. 101 off the bat of Bishop. To first base he goes. 10th hit of the contest. Spence Kaufman steps up, fly out to right, but 2 singles as well for Kaufman. Top of the 5th inning here. Over an hour and a half gone. In the zone goes that pitch. And the count goes to 0-1 on Kaufman. Kaufman hailing from Corinth, Mississippi. Pickoff attempt over to Verse. Bishop over there has 8 stolen bases already this season in 8 games played. This one hit towards second. A chance for two. Zampella flips for one. The throw is on target and on time for out number 2. Hit it hard, 96, but right at Zampella, who flips to steal and fires to Garner, does steal for a 4-6-3 double play. 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Just about to mention the hometown of Kaufman. Corinth is right at the north border of Alabama, or of Mississippi, with the state of Tennessee. But I will not get to talk about his hometown anymore. He has departed the contest on the double play. Up steps Nieves, the product of Puerto Rico. Fouled off. 1-1. Listen, I already gassed up hometown at the starting pitcher, Arias, for its touristic qualities, but it's hard to beat Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, hometown of Nieves. Looks absolutely beautiful. This is a nice hit into right center field that will fall for a base knock. Nieves, a double. Stand up. Into right center there. On the far west side of the island of Puerto Rico. The 9th largest municipality in the U.S. territory with 73,000 people. Mayagüez. It's a little bit hotter there right now than it is here. As I mentioned, the weather around on this weekend, of course, it's 10 p.m. there, or I guess 10:44 p.m. and 75 degrees, so over 10 degrees warmer than it is here. 0-1 pitch. This one sent sky high down the left field line. Steele calling everybody off and makes the grab for out number 3. The first scoreless frame fired by the Range Riders. It's 9-2. RedPocket up by 7 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
2, 3, and 4 due up for the Glacier Range Riders. Ashworth, Ratfield, and Hornung. Ashworth grounded out to first. His last time up, it was an RBI ground out as Arias back out there, trying to go through 5 innings for the first time in 3 starts. 9-2 contest. There's a called strike as the count goes to 1-1. Through the 4 innings of work, he's allowed just 5 hits compared to the double-digit hits he allowed in the last couple outings. floating inside. Count goes to 2-1. Kyle Ashworth, originally from the LA area. Two-one pitch. Called a strike right on the outer cut. Counts 2-2. Carrying to left center field. Bishop casually under it for out number 3. This is a ballpark Arias is having a lot of success in right now, just due to the fact that he allows contact, he allows hard hit balls, but that one that might have somehow found a way to get out in Missoula is going to stay in this yard. Certainly Idaho Falls is not a ballpark where he would have success in, and that tracks with the rough outing he had against the Chucks. Up comes Donovan Ratfield, 1 for 2, Rat. Upstairs and away. Donovan Ratfield played at the JUCO level, College of Marin, before heading to Gonzaga and then finishing up his career at his hometown Nevada Reno with the Wolfpack. That goes to 1-1. Same alma mater of former Range Rider Matt Clayton, one of 13 Range Riders in franchise history to sign affiliated contracts. He signed with the Twins. That one almost scrapes a piece of it. Count goes to 2-1. Twins, one of a handful of those teams that have signed multiple Range Riders. Alongside the Chicago White Sox, as well as the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. I think that's their official full title now. Might be time to check in on the farm of the Angels. Got a 7-run Range Rider deficit here, and why not check in on some former Range Riders? 4 different players signing affiliated contracts this season. 2 balls, 2 strikes into Ratfield. Hit hard and through the right side of the infield. A worm burner for a base knock. 93 off the bat of Donnie Rat. Up comes Carson Horning. He's 1 for 2 with a single into center. All right, let's talk about the first former Range Rider that is in affiliated ball right now. It's Luke Schaefer. Luke Schaefer, what a phenomenal first day of spring training he had. He came out here, he was throwing 97 miles per hour. Nobody could touch him, and so, okay, yeah, we're gonna make sure that that does not go unnoticed as there's a foul ball. And by the next day, Range Riders management had him signed to an affiliated contract with the Los Angeles Angels. That was on May 11th when everything finally went through. And after 3 days at the Complex League, he headed to the Tri-City Dust Devils to play under former Range Rider pitching coach Glendon Rush. And for Schaefer right now, he has had 12 appearances with Tri-Cities and a 3.94 ERA. So looking pretty good there. 29 strikeouts in 29 innings of work, just 8 walks. Foul scrape by Horning on an 0-2 pitch. 1 out here, bottom of the 5th, 9-2 RedPocket leads. High A just over in Tri-Cities. If any Range Rider fans ever get out to Eastern Washington, get down to the hometown of Daniel Charon, who's currently pitching technically for the Range Riders. Nobody warming in the pen, so he'll probably be cheering again. Check out the Dust Devils and Luke Schaefer. This one hit over to the right side and through for a base knock. Carson Horning has himself a single. As the Range Riders finally starting to take a little bit off their swing, just be able to make firm contact with it and see what they can do as Tommy Rover steps in 0 for 2. If you're wondering where the next stop for Schaefer would be if he gets the call-up, it is to Madison, Alabama, which would be AA with the Rocket City Trash Pandas, who I'm sure you've heard of for their infamous branding. After that, it's the Salt Lake Bees, and then obviously the MLB level and the Angels after that. But Schaefer, a good start to his high A affiliated career. Rover connected with that one, but way out in front to the tune of a long fly ball, but foul. Luke Schaefer, not the only Luke that has signed an affiliated contract. Luke Cooper also was given the call by the Angels. The 0-1 pitch into Rover. This one hit on the ground, a dangerous chance for two, flip for one. The throw is not in time and it squeaks away. Good job backing it up by Arias, who saved a run coming across. Because Ratfield would have scored on that one. It goes down as a fielder's choice. You cannot assume a double play. So there's two gone, but no error on that one. Runners on the corners, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th inning. Up steps J.D. McLaughlin. Luke Cooper, he's made 8 appearances in Tri-City, 5.91 ERA, 15 strikeouts in his 10 2/3 innings out of the pen. Was slated to start his 3rd year with the Range Riders. Cooper also looked very good in spring training and got signed by the Angels without appearing in a contest. So that's Cooper and Schaefer. As this one down the left field line, just out ahead of it. You knew off the bat that it was probably going to be foul because McLaughlin did not spark himself to first like you would expect if he thought it was about to be fair. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Range Riders have stranded a boatload of players today. That one upstairs. Count goes to 2-2. Jacob Stretch, another player that signed during spring training. He actually made a scoreless inning appearance for the Round Rock Express at the AAA level. Got called up and threw a scoreless inning. Now back in the Complex League, though, just after that one appearance. That was just happened, as this is a sky-high fly to right center field, backing up to the fence, and the catch is made. That would have created some interesting vibes if it would have breached the fence. Instead, it's another deep fly out for McLaughlin, who has sent it 370 feet twice. We head to the 6th inning, 9-2, Red Pocket. Daniel Sharon out there for another inning of work. As this one down the left field line will drift foul. Well struck at 100 miles per hour, 304 feet down there. But again, out in front of it, foul. Count goes to 0-1. All right, so I gave you an update on 4 range riders that were signed this year to affiliated contracts. The only one left to update you on is Jake Covey. Jake Covey was the only one of the 4 that have played an official game for the Range Riders this season. Schaefer and Cooper have had plenty of experience on the bump. Schaefer actually set the record for wins in a single season by a pitcher last year. Jake Covey has only appeared at the Florida Complex League level for the Twins, and he has a 3.38 ERA in 13 1/3 innings pitched, 6 total appearances, 15 strikeouts in 13 1/3 innings. That's outside. Count goes to 2-2. This one hit in the center field in the leadoff single by Justin Johnson. To start the top of the 6th inning, 9-2 scoreline. Range Riders have allowed at least 1 run in every inning but the top of the 5th. If you're wondering where the possible destinations are for Covey, when and if he gets assigned up the ladder, obviously Complex League right now is just in Florida, but it's not a long drive to his first stop, which would probably be Fort Myers to play for the Mighty Muscles of the Florida Collegiate League, or the Florida State League. That ball's downstairs to Andy Valdez. From there, in the Twins organization, you go up to Cedar Rapids to play for the Colonels, Wichita, Kansas for the Wind Surge, and St. Paul right next to the MLB squad as this one pick off over to first. St. Paul Saints are the AAA affiliate of Minnesota. I love when the affiliates are right next door. But I also say that as a Mariners fan who has the Tacoma Rainiers right next door. But it just makes sense. It's kind of a fun thing to be able to play near that MLB squad. Obviously, the fandom makes a lot of sense in those scenarios. The 2-0. This one out towards left center field. McLaughlin looking up at the fence. It'll come off the wall. The throw will come into the cutoff. And a stand-up double for Andy Valdez. Former Range Riders at the MLB level as well, kind of platooning between AAA and the MLB are a couple different Range Riders. Jonathan Pintaro is one of them. Pintaro, of course, is under former Missoula manager Andy Wilson. I believe his name is Andy Wilson. Andy Green. Andy Green was a manager of the Osprey in 2012, the Missoula Osprey in 2012, and a player for the Missoula Osprey in 2000. And now he is the Mets interim manager after they fired their manager yesterday. So Jonathan Pintaro, one of the players in that rotation for them at times. Pintaro is currently with Syracuse just 2 days ago, optioned down to AAA. But 3 times this year he's been called up to the New York Mets. On June 10th, June 15th, and June 24th. Up and down he goes. Fouled off by Fred. Fred's 2 for 2. He has no outs and runners on second and third after the mound visit. Pinto's MLB stats, the former Range Rider, 5.11 ERA in 12 1/3 innings. Has 12 strikeouts and 3 walks in that time at the MLB level. And it was not too long ago, in the summer of 2024. It was June of 2024, 2 years ago, that he was playing at this stadium when he got signed by New York. Shows you really how close these guys are to shooting up the ranks. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Sharon punches out. Keyshawn Frett for out number 1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Frett sent down via strikes. Todd Pratt will make the call to the pen as Sharon finishes off 2 2/3 innings of work. Mari Weaver, the man due up. As it looks like a lefty in Hasty will be coming to the plate. Or coming to the mound to face Weaver at the plate. Jacob Hasty will face off against Weaver, Jackson, Bishop possibly as well. Other range rider that has made appearances at the MLB level, former range rider, is Logan Van Wy. Logan Van Wy is in the Astros organization. He was the first ever player signed out of this organization in 2022. Currently, Van Wy was just activated off of the, no, he was just optioned back down 3 days ago. So almost on the same schedule, Pinto and Logan Van Wy. I believe that was his last option before the next time he will be put on waivers, technically. I think that's how it works. So it'll be interesting to see when and if he gets called up again. On June 23rd and June 22nd, he made appearances for the Houston Astros. Through 2 scoreless innings versus the Toronto Blue Jays on June 23rd, did Logan. His ERA at the MLB level is 1.50, 6 innings pitched. First pitch in from Hasty nearly pops the shoe tops of Mari Weaver. Count goes to 1-0. Weaver is last time up, a 2 RBI double. And has an opportunity to do something similar with runners on second and third. Nice segue from Van Wy is you have a guy here in Jacob Hasty who himself played college baseball in Missouri, there's a strike. Like Logan Van Wy. Van Wy played at D2 Missouri Southern for the Lions, while Hasty played 1 year at the University of Missouri for the Tigers. Lions, Tigers, Astros, oh my. The 1-1. Low and away. Count goes to 2-1. Van Wy's kind of the prototype of what you want to be able to find success in this league. As this one's fouled off, count goes to 2-2 for Hasty versus Weaver. Somebody, I think, got their hands on that one to a good ovation. 2-2, 1-out pitch, top of the 6th inning, 9-2 RedPocket. A really good D2 pitcher, spent 5 years at one place, Logan Van Wy. Was even there through kind of crazy COVID couple years. As that one misses and makes it 3-2. But overlooked because of his age by the end of it, just because he's spent 5 years in college. Came to Glacier, proved he could pitch at the professional level, and midway through that inaugural 2022 season, he got the call from Houston. 3-2, 1-out pitch into Weaver. Foul scrape. On the season for Jacob Hasty, he's got a 6.89 ERA. This is 18th appearance. 22 strikeouts, 19 walks. Opposing batters hitting .214 against the Southpaw, originally from Keller, Texas. might think, as a guy from Keller, Texas, which is a part of the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Got by Ratfield. He's going to have to make the throw down to first. Does so successfully. Great job by Rat to be able to save that out. As a strikeout would have been recorded, but technically the runner could go to first with that first base open. 2 outs, top of the 6th inning. Marquise Jackson steps up for a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Like I said, Keller is in the greater Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's north more of Fort Worth. See, not too far away from DFW, Keller. And funny enough, not a Cowboys fan. And as that one misses downstairs, count goes to 1-0. He's actually kind of the opposite. He's an Eagles fan, which that must have been fun growing up. 1-0, 2 out. Top of the 6th inning pitch. That one misses inside, just barely misses inside. No pity from the home plate umpire on that one. Count goes to 2-0. He is a big Dallas Stars fan as well. Grew up going to a ton of Stars games. Says one of his favorite atmospheres are there at watching hockey. This one hit on the ground. Couldn't get a piece of it, but Steele does. The throw to first is in time for out number 3. Great job by Hasty to prevent any inherited runners and help out his relief pitcher in Danny Sharon to what was combined for a scoreless top of the 6th inning. Range Rider bats back up to work in the bottom half of the 6th.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Bottom of the 6th inning, it's Ren Arias out for another inning of work, trying to go through 6 full. He is on 90 pitches right now. And he'll see Carson Garner, who went boom shakalaka against the right-hander last time up. This one zips. Ooh, delayed call by our home plate umpire, but it was a strike call eventually, and correctly so, 0-1. Great job by Hasty to limit the damage there. It was 1 out, runners on 2nd and 3rd. As this one over to 3rd is a hot shot, and the throw to first, an equally hot shot by Johnson. Hit it 96 off the bat. Range Riders have hit it plenty hard. They just haven't done much with it, and the clutch situations have been pretty rough. Range Riders with runners in scoring position today. They are batting 000. As this one up the middle for a base knock by Jacob Steele. That one hit 101 by Steele. They're not having problems hitting it hard. Zampella steps up, looking for his first hit. Zampella is 0 for 2 against Arias. Strikeout and a pop out. This third time around is, you're going to see a long, slow walk out to the mound right now for a visit. I think maybe realizing, okay, third time through, and then it'll be the fourth time through the next time when Fernandez steps up. You don't want to mess with it with Arias, who doesn't have really, really clean punch-out stuff. There's warm-ups going on in the pen from somebody. And pretty immediately, as soon as he gets out there, the umpire's out to break it up, because the walk took about the majority of the time. Pink Panther music serenading the fans here at Glacier Bank Park. Make sure to get your tickets for tomorrow's contest. 1:05 p.m. here at Glacier Bank Park. Round out the series. You won't get a chance to see the Range Riders again until 6 days from today, when it'll be America 250 weekend here. And I'm telling you, get your tickets for all 3 games that weekend here. It is going to be a blast. So there's a called strike at 73. Count goes to 0-1. Range Riders will wear red fireworks jerseys on Friday night, and of course have a fireworks show. Pick off attempt to first. And then on Saturday night, they have their special 4th of July jerseys that are, if you haven't seen them, they're really, really cool. And after Saturday night, which is the 4th proper, it'll be the biggest fireworks show in Glacier Bank Park history. I'm telling you, it's going to be outrageous. It's going to be insane. It's going to be bonkers. It'll be the best fireworks show. I think, in my opinion, it'll probably be the best fireworks show in the Flathead Valley. But there's good competition as this one hit over to third, fumbled and recovered, and not in time at first. Zampella uses some speed to beat that one out. He hit it at 79 over to third, but it wasn't clean, and we'll see what that one goes down as. It was an awkward spot for Johnson, so you could certainly call it a hit. We will see as Alex Fernandez steps to the plate. It is scored as a hit. For Zampella, first career hit for the Range Rider second baseman. Congrats to him, and maybe to the Zampella family if they're watching back home in Edison, New Jersey. Late night, they will have to adjust their sleep schedules a little bit if they're going to be watching a lot of Range Rider games. I'm telling you, to the Zampellas and everybody else on the East Coast, I salute you for staying up late. Part of the reason in general why the Range Riders made the investment to make sure that these games were accessible and free on YouTube and the Go Range Riders app, to make sure that there was minimal barriers, as easy as possible, and it was for families that we know always tune in for every single game, from the East Coast, from Texas, from Bird Island, Minnesota, wherever it may be. We wanted to make it as easy as possible, as convenient as possible for you to be able to watch the players you're supporting on the team. 1-0, 1-out pitch. There's a called strike. Of course, many layers to that as well, making sure these games are accessible to Range Rider fans. We realize not every night you're going to be able to come down to Glacier Bank Park. Obviously, you're not going to come and see the team on the road very often. As this one hit over to second base. Throw for one. Did it pull him off the bag? Yet no. Second base umpire, right on top of it, said that Zampella is out on that one. It's a hard ground ball at 97 miles per hour, but it is good enough for a fielder's choice and out number 2. 9-2 scoreline. Can Kyle Ashworth come through after a 4-for-4 night yesterday? Held hitless today. Safe over at first. That was a pretty close play there. Fernandez is going to be running. you almost can guarantee it. 18 stolen bases on the season for Fernandez. He got one earlier today, and now wants to be in scoring position for his fellow left-handed outfielder. He's running. The throw in, safe at second, and the run scores. Range Riders on the Little League double steal get the run. Nieves was trying to sell the call, and the problem with selling the call and making that throw to second is you open the door for the steal of home by Jacob Steele. As you look down, 9-3. You judge for yourself. That was a close one, certainly. Great shot by our camera crew. Pitch in was a ball, and count goes to 1-0. As Fernandez then says, I'll just take third. Thank you very much. He is up to 20 stolen bases on the season, Alex Fernandez. Arias and this mobile squad more than happy to just allow him to steal and say, just deal with the batter in front of you. Foul ball. We are at the 35th game of the season. Obviously, Fernandez got a very late start to it, but he is in prime positioning to possibly get a single season stolen base record for Glacier. Upstairs, the single season stolen base record for the Range Riders is 43 in the inaugural 2022 season by Ben McConnell. And he's nearly halfway to that already, Alex Fernandez. The 2-2. Swung on, sky-high fly. It's going to die in the outfield. Range Riders have stranded a run on third base in nearly every inning today. They do get one on the Little League double steal. It is 9-3, headed to the 7th.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome in. It's the top of the 7th inning. Jacob Hasty out for his first full inning of work. Bishop Kaufman and Nieves due up here to face off against Jacob Hasty, who's had a couple matchups with Bishop today, or this series. Home run, single, 2 walks for Bishop against the prior pitchers he's seen. First pitch downstairs. Count goes to 1-0. From Texarkana, Texas. Braylon Bishop, obviously just barely in the state, over from the Arkansas border. Called strike. Count goes to 1-1, and Bishop, I don't know if he's seeing the same strike zone that exists sometimes. He challenges that pitch, which strategically, there's no reason to challenge that one. And then the entire ball's in the zone. So in terms of actually getting the call, it's also just a bad challenge to make. And it's twofold on there, and it's a 1-0 count. If you get that strike called, it goes to 1-1. Strategically, it's kind of a confounding move. But when you're up 9-3, when your team is already eliminated from first half playoff contention, I understand ignoring the strategic sense of it. He's also struggled to, though, figure out where the zone is, because he challenged one yesterday that was entirely in the strike zone as well. Usually, part of the ball is off of the zone, which makes it a little bit more tricky and shows that, okay, it's a borderline pitch. There's a bluff of the bat. Did he go? Third base umpire says no. Count goes to 3-2. Three-two pitch, no outs. That one called strike 3. No, it's not. But Bishop will head to the dugout. And Bishop will head to the dugout. He walked over to the on-deck circle. He walked over to the on-deck circle, was taking his time. He had a little bat flip after getting the walk. And then turns out it was a call, strike 3. Yikes. That's when you challenge it. It's a 3-2 pitch, borderline. And it's not a bad call by the home plate umpire. It just hit that lower outside corner, which he has been giving a little bit on that. But it's, it's a decisive pitch and properly challenged and worked out to strike out Bishop. Swing and a miss by Kaufman. Count goes to 1-1. And listen, to be 100% fair, in the first or second inning, there was a non-decision pitch that was challenged by Carson Horna. But it was 2 or 3 balls low of the zone. It was a pretty clear and obvious ball, as this one's backhanded by Carson Garner over at first base, and Hasty covers for out number 2. And I said, yeah, okay, like, you're okay with that challenge because it's so obviously a ball. If it's so clearly a ball that you know you're going to get it right, you challenge it. There's a similar situation in college basketball where they have coaches' challenges, and there are full-on graduate assistant, analysts, whatever, that their entire job is to tell a coach if he's okay to challenge it or not. But I remember watching one of the videos on them as Nieves is up at the plate, and what they said is if you know you're going to get it right, then you do challenge it. You always challenge it if you know you're going to get it right. Which, obviously, you might not never know 100%. But there are some calls that the catcher would know it's going to happen. That one from Horning, I think he knew 100% he was going to get it right, or he wouldn't have challenged in that scenario. 1 ball, 1 strike into Nieves, who is 1 for 4 today. Fouled off, count goes to 1-2. It's an interesting rabbit hole talking point to go down when it's 9-3 in the 7th. Is there warm-ups going on in the pen? I don't think so. Not very obvious ones. I mean, there's bodies standing, but unless somebody's ready and already waiting in the dugout, then it might be Arias for another inning. His ERA's gone down today due to the fact that it was so lofty coming in at 9.29. And he's only allowed 3 runs through 6 innings. Swing and a miss. A 1-2-3 frame turned by Jacob Hasty. 2 punch outs, 1 looking, 1 swinging, and a ground out to first. Ratfield, Horning, and Rover, as a new pitcher, enters the contest for the RedPocket Mobiles. end of the day for Arias, who has one of his better starts of the season. 3 runs against him in 6 innings of work. The full line for him is 9 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. The whip was near 2 for the game. He allowed 5 stolen bases as well. But the biggest thing is he got himself out of jams. 8 runners left aboard, most of them in scoring position. First pitch from Cooper. Misses inside, and the count goes to 1-0. It's a professional debut for Sam Cooper. Congrats to him and maybe the Cooper family tuning in from Seattle, Washington. Talked about the NWAC and how good, as this one's up the middle through for base knock, how good the NWAC is. He is a product of Shoreline Community College in Shoreline, Washington, before heading to D2 Fresno Pacific, where he had a 10.13 ERA in 29 1/3 innings over 2 seasons. Hasn't pitched anywhere since the spring of 2025 from what I'm seeing, where he had 11 innings pitched and a 15.55 ERA for the Fresno Pacific Sunbirds. He is a tall southpaw, similar profile to Chris Canada. As this one into shallow center field falls for a base knock. Bradfield will head first to third and be in there safely. 2 straight hits for the Glacier Range Riders as Hornung goes to 3 for 4 on the day. Good job by Radfield to realize the opportunity was there to get aggressive. And that's exactly what he did. No throw from the outfield of the Mobiles. They're not too worried about a runner like Radfield scoring. They're more worried in general for the possibility of, you know, making a mistake and allowing a free run. That one misses upstairs. For Cooper, hitting the zone was a problem last spring. 19 walks in 11 innings. There's a bluff of the bat. Did he go? No. Graduate of Liberty High School. Cooper upstairs. Count goes to 3-0. Liberty High School located in Renton, Washington, if you know Renton. .30 pitch. And it's ball 4 to Tommy Rover, former Fresno Pacific product. I believe they would have overlapped, Tommy Rover and Sam Cooper. Rover was at Fresno Pacific in 2024 when Cooper was a pitcher there and pitched 18 1/3 innings, started 6 games for the Sunbirds. That year at Fresno Pacific, Rover batted .270. Ball upstairs to J.D. McLaughlin. This is a lot of trouble, as this could get very interesting in one swing of the bat. 90-mile-per-hour pitch upstairs that makes the count 1-0. Bottom of the 7th inning here after a scoreless frame fired. And there's a challenge by J.D. McLaughlin. This one did miss high. It should be overturned to a ball. Count goes to 2-0 as the home plate umpire gifted a strike, and McLaughlin said this will not stand. In a bases loaded situation, pretty much every pitch becomes a key pitch, so even though it was close, I'll give it to McLaughlin. If he would have got it wrong, it would have hurt, though. He was pretty confident that one hit the zone, or didn't hit the zone, as that one was the same placement, and he swung and missed that. 2 deep flyouts for JD. As the last time up, he sent one deep to the right center grab. And there's an eye contact warning from Cooper to make sure that he is looking at the batter with 8 seconds on the pitch clock. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs, bottom of the 7th inning, 9-3 scoreline, the Mobiles lead, but it's a lot of baseball to go as that one misses inside and the count goes to 3-1. 3-1 hitters count for J.D. McLaughlin. Ball 4 and a bases loaded walk. And we'll see how much longer Cooper will be given on the mound. Mound visit coming, and the rest of the infield's not going to be a part of it. They're going to allow Cooper a chance to deal with Carson Garner, who has a long gone home run earlier today. 9-4, as this game might have a few more twists in its future. To the tune of My Girl, steps out Carson Garner. Fans singing along a little bit. And Garner stepping in, 1 for 3 with that 460-foot tank over the left center field fence. First pitch in. Popped it up down the right field line. Near the bullpen, it's foul. The bullpen scattered at the last moment. Count goes to 0-1. That one was out for dead center at 91 miles per hour. It was taken back out at 91. This one upstairs and in. Count goes to 1-1. Mentioned JUCO product out of Shoreline Community College in Shoreline, Washington, which is north of Seattle. Between Seattle and Everett. Inside, count goes to 2-1 on Garner. Warm-ups have been going in the pen for a right-hander over there. If Garner does not get out, it has to be the last batter faced by Cooper in an outing where he's received 0 outs. 9-4, the scoreline. With the bases loaded, check swing that just scraped the outer cut of the zone, and the count goes to 2-2. In his 11 innings pitched last spring for Fresno Pacific, Cooper had 16 strikeouts, so he does get a pretty good strikeout clip. Obviously from that high launch angle at 6-7 to 2-2. Scraped a foul. Good at bat here from Garner to stay alive, just barely on that one. That would have been called a strike if ABS would have been asked. Cooper's former teammate Rover standing on second base. What does he know about Cooper? Can he pick up on anything? The 2-2. Upstairs, count goes full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hornung on third, Rover on second, McLaughlin on first. If there is ball 4, the tying run comes to the plate in Jacob Steele. 3 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. The Range Riders do not have a hit today with a runner in scoring position. The 3-2 pitch in. Ball 4, and Garner works the bases loaded walk. The tying run will come to the plate, and what will Dimitri Young do? He leaves his perch, starts his walks up the steps, and he will walk out onto the field to bring the end to Cooper's day. New pitcher coming into the contest, and he will inherit a jam in a game that has all of a sudden become close again. And I mentioned this RedPocket mobile squad has had their struggles finishing contests, starting contests, anywhere in between. They've just had a hard time being able to put together a complete game. And that's the reason why they're 20 games below 500. New pitcher into the contest is number 23, Wyatt Adams. Adams inheriting a bases-loaded jam, but he's had a good week here in the Flathead Valley, and he's shown some good things against these Range Rider batters. We'll see if Zampella, I believe he just came out of the in the hole, or I mean technically he's about to be on deck, but I think he will be pinch hit for. As right now, all alone on the mound is Wyatt Adams. Performing his warm-ups, the 4-year product of Whitman College out there in Eastern Washington. On the season, he has a 5.68 ERA, has allowed 2 home runs, struck out 18 in 12 2/3 innings pitched. His final year at Whitman, a 4.68 ERA in 11 games played. Like I said, though, this week has been really solid for Adams, who's a Seattle kid himself. Up steps Jacob Steele. Preparing to pinch hit is Jake Millen. This week, for Adams, he had a scoreless inning on June 23rd. That was Tuesday's game. And he had a scoreless inning on June 25th, which was Thursday night. 9-5 scoreline as the Range Riders have made it interesting. First pitch is a called strike right at the bottom of the zone. And that's the umpire feeling the need to call a strike because that one was 2 balls below the knees of Steele. Should have been called a ball according to ABS. The 0-1. That one even lower, does not get the same credibility from the home plate umpire. Count goes to 1-1. Nobody out, bottom of the 7th inning. Range Riders can at least put on a couple more this inning and make it a pressure-packed final frame or 2. Fouled off by Steele. Count goes to 1-2. The Range Riders have hit 2 grand slams this season, one of them off the bat of Jacob Steele in Billings, Montana, as part of a 7-run top of the 6th inning that they had in their first ever matchup with the Mustangs this season. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs, bottom of the 7th inning. Adams missing inside, 2-2. Rover on third, McLaughlin on second, Garner on first. That's good speed all around the base paths. McLaughlin over there on second has 9 stolen bases, while Garner has 10 on first base. The 2-2, no out pitch in the bottom of the 7th inning here. Foul, just got a piece of it. High tension moment. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bottom of the 7th inning. Wyatt Adams into Jacob Steele. Fouled off again. Gonna give it up for Steele here, who's defending the plate pretty well. Although you're not gonna get any extra runs for a long at-bat unless you pay it off with something. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Fouled off again. Steele stays alive. The crowd here at Glacier Bank Park recognizing the effort at the plate from the Range Rider shortstop. Two balls, 2 strikes, the 8th pitch of the at-bat. This stalemate between Adams and Steele. Fouled off again. It's a carbon copy of the last one. Adams is punching his fastball 91 at the top of the zone, and every time Steele is meeting it at the exact same spot. Now the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Adams to Steele. Can he pay it off with something big? The 2-2 coming in with the bases stuffed between Adams and Steele. Swung, and another foul scrape. That time he barely got a piece of it. I didn't even hear it. It was minuscule, the tick of lumber that it took. 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Once again, in from Adams to Steele. Hammered to left field, backing up, and the catch is made. Rover will score easily. It is 9-6 here at Glacier Bank Park. Delivered that one 99 miles per hour and 310 feet into the glove of Weaver. And up comes Jake Millen, who has a big opportunity here representing the tying run at the plate. in a 9-6 contest. If you're a RedPocket Mobiles fan, you just knew it would never be easy. It's just been the way the season has gone for RedPocket. As Adams falls back to his defense. 1 out now, bottom of the 7th inning. Power on, a fair amount of power from Adams. Ball, count goes to 1-0. For Jake Millen, who comes in this pinch hitting scenario for Walker Zampella. Millen originally got the day off, but on the season has a .233 batting average, but the team lead of 8 home runs and 21 RBIs. The 1-0. Upstairs and away. Count goes to 2-0. I want to clarify the 26 RBIs is not the team lead. On base percentage, very Montana of him, 406, the area code for the great state we call home. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. Adams versus Millen. Swing and a miss, and he was thinking tie game on that one. Count goes to 2-1. 9-6 scoreline, bottom of the 7th inning here. The Mobiles under a lot of pressure from the Range Rider offense, who has pushed 3 across in the bottom of the 7th already. 1 out on the board. Fernandez waiting on deck. Swing and a miss again. Count goes to 2-2. Both of those pitches that Millen swung and missed at did miss the zone. That one was near the dirt on him. Count evened up 2-2 for Millen. Team leader in home runs, but also the league leader in strikeouts. The 2-2 pitch in. Swing and a miss. Strikeout there, 2 gone. Bottom of the 7th, and up comes Alex Fernandez. Can one of the Range Riders' best bats here find a way to some success? Fernandez 1 for 4 with a double into right center field. Speed on the bases with McLaughlin and Garner, but they need something to run on, and since they got bases loaded, no outs, the Range Riders have still not gotten a hit. It's been 2 walks and a sac fly. Fernandez bluffed the bat. Did he go? No, says the umpire near third base. Unfortunately, home plate umpire did not recognize that ball scraped the bottom of the zone. Wyatt Adams coming on, performing great through the first 2 batters. Did he go again? No again. Count goes to 2-0. Fernandez fixing to protect the zone, but is held back. Fernandez has a .357 batting average, on base percentage at .565 for the Range Rider left-handed outfielder. The 2-0, 2-out pitch. In the zone, called strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 9-6 scoreline with 2 aboard. Swing and a miss. He was fooled on that one. Count goes to 2-2. Man, if Adams is able to get out of this jam with just 1 across, that is a brilliant Houdini act that has to be admired for the Seattle kid. Fernandez takes a quick time and a step back. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning for a guy who also spent a year of JUCO ball in the NWAC. One is called a ball. Ooh. Once again, looking over the dugout, asking if he should challenge, and he should have. That ball did hit the zone. The inning would be over if he tapped his head. Wow. We'll see if that comes back to haunt. 3-2, 2-out pitch. Runners will be going on the pitch from Adams to Fernandez. The payoff home. A tapper hit over the head. The play will not be made to first base. It's an infield single for Alex Fernandez. It just got over the head of Adams on a ball that was perfectly placed at the lower outside corner. You have to feel gutted for Adams. I mean, that was a beauty of a pitch, 80 miles per hour, and Fernandez had to protect to the tune of an infield single. The bases are stuffed now for Kyle Ashworth, with 2 outs needing to come through clutch. First pitch outside. Count goes to 1-0. The challenge from the RedPocket Mobiles, and they're going to be out of challenges. That was not the one to challenge. RedPocket out of challenges. They went 1 for 3 on the day. If he would have challenged the 2-2 pitch into Fernandez, this inning would be over. We would not still be talking right now. The 1-0 count. That one's in the zone. Range Riders have 2 challenges remaining. They've gotten 3 successful today for Glacier. Ashworth is 0 for 3, does have himself a walk, but 2 flyouts to medium depth center field. A base knock would really elevate the steam in this ball game. Ball upstairs. Count is 2-1. Ashworth went 4 for 4 last night. Came through with the game-winning RBI single in the bottom of the 6th inning. Now we're here in the bottom of the 7th on this Saturday night fixture. Bases loaded, 9-6 scoreline, 2-1, 2-out count. It's the lower outside corner of the zone. Count goes to 2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning. 9-6, RedPocket lead. Even if there's an out before nobody scores, it is a whole new ball game with the Range Riders tallying some runs here in the bottom of the 7th. That pitch misses inside. It is full for Ashworth. The crowd still tense, clapping along to the DJ-induced claps. Bases loaded. 3-2 pitch. Runners are going on the pitch. It is ball 4, and a walk worked. No challenges remaining for the RedPocket Mobiles, so all they can do is watch. I will tell you, if it would have been challenged, it would have been a ball. So it does not matter that there are no challenges remaining, but I'm sure still frustration in the minds of this Mobile squad, who continues to face a high level of pressure from these Range Rider batters, who are patient as ever, to the tune of 3 RBI walks. And now the tying run is in scoring position for Donovan Ratfield, who started this inning off with a single up the middle. Bluffed the bat, it's upstairs. Count goes to 1-0. The Range Riders have played ring around the rosy in an absurd way. Single, single, walk, 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 sack fly, strikeout, single, and a walk. That's how this bottom of the 7th is gone. 9-7 the scoreline. 1-0 pitch into Donnie Rat. Ball outside. Count goes to 2-0. Ratfield's had a great day. He is 3 for 4 with 3 singles and a fly out to right. What has happened in this 7th inning? The Range Riders have been brutalized in 7th innings as Adams asks for a new ball. This is finally a 7th that has leaked the contest their way. Far, far from over, though. 2-0, 2-out pitch. Bottom of the 7th inning. 9-7 the scoreline. That one over the head of Ratfield, as he nearly got scraped in the back of the helmet by that one. 93 up and in, as you can now feel the frustration from Adams after he was so composed coming in and getting a sac fly and a strikeout. First baseman, the player coach in Jordan Harrison Dudley, is coming over to converse with him and say, hey, man, we cannot give up another ball 4 here. You cannot allow Carson Horning to step up. I assume that's what he's feeling, because that pitch did not look like the Wyatt Adams we've seen already in this week of baseball. We've seen him throw really good, clean, scoreless innings, no hits, no walks. I mean, he's looked great. And right now, I think after that strikeout, and Fernandez had that pesky at-bat with the challenge that would have ended the frame on a 2-2 pitch if there was a challenge. 3-0 now with 2 outs. Does Ratfield get the green light? He does not. He gets a green light to first. It's ball 4, and another run comes home. Oh my goodness. There has been 5 walks this inning issued by the RedPocket Mobiles, combination of Cooper and now Adams, who receives 2 outs, but he will frustratedly walk around the rubber and be the second pitching change of this bottom of the 7th inning because the tying run is 90 feet away. They're going to bring in a lefty to face off against the lefty of Carson Hornung. They don't have a lot of options in terms of lefties out of the pen. I'm assuming they're not bringing in Tuesday's starter, Cade Walker, who is probably slated to start tomorrow. Sam Cooper's already pitched. They got Ethan Ross, who is part of the implosion on Thursday night, and Billy Rozakis. I think that's Rozakis out there. It is number 13. It is Billy Rozakis, inheriting the bases loaded jam right now. It gets high pressure, and then it gets to this. This is about as difficult of a situation as you want to be in. Wyatt Adams responded great. He got the sacrifice fly. If Rozakis does something similar, there is no chance for a sacrifice fly. It's just out number 3 if one of his outfielders can glove it. But if the ball gets down in the outfield, it is likely the lead shifting to Glacier for the first time today. This game was 6-0 before the Range Riders crossed 1 man over home plate. And then it was 9-1 in the half inning that followed the Range Riders scoring their lone run. Billy Rozakis will inherit a situation that some players embrace and others struggle with. 4.7 ERA, 16 appearances on the season, this being his 17th. He has 10 strikeouts and 11 walks. Opposing batters are hitting .224 against Rozakis. And no pinch hitters. Carson Hornung 3 for 4 on the day. Steps in, 3 singles and a strikeout for Hornung. For Rozakis, this is his 3rd appearance of the weekend, as there's a called strike right at the knees of Hornung. Range Riders have 2 challenges remaining. We'll see if they utilize them. That non-challenge on the 2-2 pitch to Fernandez does result in a run across here. The 0-1. Lofting outside. Can't get the call from the home plate umpire, as that was way outside. 1-1. Rozakis appeared last night, 1 scoreless inning, did allow 1 hit. And he also appeared in the 9-2 loss for the RedPocket Mobiles on Tuesday, allowing no runs on 1 hit there. That one misses. It is 2-1 for Carson Hornung. The Range Riders' best weapon has been watching pitches to the tune of an unbelievable 5-run bottom of the 7th inning. Whoever's warming up in the pen, I think maybe Bustamante, has been camping out there for a long time. Hornung sees that one as a strike call by our home plate umpire, even though a tap of the head would have overturned it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Rozakis into Hornung. A huge 2-2 pitch in. Swing and a miss. Rozakis out of the jam, but it's a 5-run 7th by Glacier. This game is a new ball game. We head to the 8th. It is the Range Riders 8, RedPocket 9.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back. It is the top of the 8th inning. Glacier Range Riders with a 9-8 deficit after they have trailed by as much as 9-1 in this contest. 7 unanswered for the Range Riders. And you got to think, with the way this RedPocket Mobile's bullpen is now busted up, there is not a lot of options to go to, while the Range Riders do have some options in terms of Bustamante here in the 8th. And then Maruskin on a day's rest could possibly be the man in the 9th. But for now, they just need to take care of business on the mound. This is a whole new ball game after it looked to kind of be eked to a slow finish. Instead, the Range Riders have made it interesting. The count goes to 0-1 on a called strike. Alex Bustamante into the contest. Bustamante, Tucson, Arizona native, 6'3", 195 pounds. He's pitched really well this year for Glacier. 1-1 goes the count. Bustamante, 3.06 ERA, 15 appearances, 19 strikeouts to 13 walks. One ball, one strike. Upstairs, Jordan Harrison Dudley leads this half inning off. That last bottom of the 7th inning. Single, walk, sacrifice fly, strikeout, and then the crucial extra runs the Range Riders got. Single, walk, and a walk before that strikeout of Horning to finish it. There's a called strike. Count goes to 2-2. Right-hander warming up in the pen. We did see Juan Abreu, who's a really good relief option for this Mobile squad last night. But we'll see if it's him that's the man over there. Or maybe Agnel Miranda, who got walked off on Thursday night. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Harrison Dudley turned down on the strikeout from Bustamante. Justin Johnson now steps in. 2 singles, a walk, and a hit by pitch. It was interesting. This game kind of turned because you felt like the kill shot was so close to being delivered when it was 2nd and 3rd, 1 out against Daniel Sharon. And then Jacob Hasty came into the contest and not just got outs, but he limited the possibility for any runs coming across. He came in with 1 out. The sacrifice was very much on the board. An RBI ground out, a sacrifice fly, but he stopped that from happening, was able to get out of the inning. And from there, it has really felt like the Range Riders had an open door to possibly take advantage. The final line for Jacob Hasty, 1 2/3 of an inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no hit by pitches, 3 strikeouts. One of his best outings of the year, as he kind of had a hiccup weeks 2 through 4 maybe, where he was just trying to key back in on the strike zone. 0-2, 1 out. And that is called. Strike 3, dead center. Buckles the knees of Johnson. 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. If you finish off a 1-2-3 inning here, if you're Bustamante and the Range Riders, it is really going to feel good in that dugout. Of course, the Range Riders need at least a little more offense, but it's going to feel much more possible with the 1-2-3 possible frame. Swing and a miss. Coming up empty on that one is Valdez. Whoever this right-hander is in the pen, he is preparing to come in. It does look like 30, Agnel Miranda. Bluff of the bat and miss low. Count goes to 1-1. Not only did 5 runs come across for Glacier that added some insult to the Mobiles, but they lost their second challenge. They're out of challenges now. The 1-1. And 2 of those runs, as this one's fouled off, 2 of those runs for the Range Riders in the 7th came across after Fernandez should have been punched out on a 2-2 pitch that the catcher, the man up at the plate right now, Valdez, he looked over at his dugout, almost tapped his head, did not. ABS would have overturned it to a strikeout and ended the inning. Instead, on the ensuing 3-2 pitch, an infield single was hit, and then 2 bases loaded walks came across after. 1-2 pitch in. Bustamante misses outside. This game is so cruel, just like all sports. But that is going to be a particularly cruel moment to look back upon if RedPocket does not win this contest. The 2-2, 2-out pitch. Downstairs, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bustamante trying to go 1-2-3 here in the top of the 8th inning. Fret, Weaver, and Jackson do up after Valdez. That'd be a nice way to get rid of Valdez, because then you don't have to necessarily worry about Bishop in the 9th. If you just deal with a 3-2, missed up and away. 2-out walk worked by Valdez, and maybe an opportunity here with Keyshawn Fret, who's looked great today. He's needed a good game, especially with the batting average of 240 he had coming in. Home run, single, strikeout, and a walk. Fret into the right-handed batter's box. Let's take a look at the league scoreboard. I have been too enraptured by this contest to pay attention to what's going on. First of all, down in Missoula, Montana, as that one misses inside. Count goes to 1-0 for Fret. In Missoula, Montana, it is 8-8 in the top of the 6th inning between Billings and Missoula. We do have a final score for Modesto, California. Long Beach wins again. Foul scraped into the glove, 1-1 on Fret. Long Beach's magic number down to 7. They could clinch a playoff spot as early as Thursday next week. 1 ball, 1 strike. In from Busta. Swing and miss again. 94 on the gun. Oakland just outlasted Yuba Sutter, 5-4. Ogden, 18-17 in a football game down in Utah. Ogden beats Great Falls. The 1-2, 2-out pitch from Alex Bustamante. Foul scrape. And the only other game going on, along with that 8-8 second game down in Missoula, Idaho Falls leads Boise 9-3. The Chuckers have decided we only play baseball when we're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. In once again to Keyshawn Fret. Missing inside. 2-2 goes the count. Bustamante's been made to work here in the 8th inning. Some good at-bats from Valdez and Fret after the strikeouts of Harrison, Dudley, and Johnson. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. Popped up foul. Out of play. Ogden right now, I mentioned they got a win. They are 1 game back of the Range Riders in sole possession of 5th place. The 2-2, 2-out pitch, top of the 8th. Missed it low. Ratfield made it look good, but it was much lower than the call from the crowd that wanted it to be a K. Long wait in the pen for who's ever down there. Miranda, I presume. A 3-2, 2-out pitch. The runner will go from first base on the pitch. Payoff coming in from Bustamante to Fret. 3-2 coming home. Swing and a miss. Bustamante strikes out the side. A walk entered in there, but The Range Riders are feeling pretty darn good. It's been 7 unanswered by Glacier. We head to the bottom of the 8th. All right, ladies and gentlemen, buckle your seatbelts. It is Range Riders 8, RedPocket 9. These squads have played tight the last couple days, and tonight is no different. Range Riders, one time this season, have trailed after the 6th inning of play and come back to win, and that was Thursday night. That was the only time this season they've trailed after the 6th inning and come back to win. They could do it again here. If they don't take the lead, or if they don't tie it up or do more, as Tommy Rover will come in to see Agnel Miranda. First pitch, a called strike. And they are trailing going into the 9th inning. The Range Riders have only come back to win one game there as well. That was not Thursday night, because Thursday night they had the lead going into the 9th. This one's sky high. It's a Little League home run. And I mean that as it's one that all the parents in the stands think it's gone, but it ain't. Not as in a bunch of errors were made to lead to a home run. Fly out to center for Tommy Rover, who is 0 for 4 on the day. While J.D. McLaughlin steps in. McLaughlin drew a walk his last time up. Ball outside. Oof. Maybe a little bit high. No objections can be put up by RedPocket. They are out of challenges. They went 1 for 3 on the night. The Range Riders are 3 for 3. That one also called a ball. If you're a RedPocket Mobile fan, I'll tell you what, it should be 0-2 right now. Both of those pitches hit the zone. It is 2-0. That one, well, I guess it all evens out. It should have been a, I don't know what's going to be called, ladies and gentlemen. Just strap up with me. That was a ball inside, according to ABS. 2-1. Bluff of the bat. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire. I think he went there on that one. If the umpires would not exist and this was a pickup game and I was just calling it from up in the booth based on the ABS and what I saw, as we're seeing our umpire at third base running in for some reason. Is this a conversation with the dugout? Is there some chirping going on? What's happening? Do we have an ejection? I believe our crew chief, Travis Schatzman, is over at third base. Well, no, maybe I have him at first base. We got an ejection. Somebody just got tossed. In a very inconspicuous ejection. Just leaving Agnel Miranda out in the kind of chilly air on the mound a little bit longer. And the player taking his time on his way out. What is going on right now? The count's 2-1, I think. Or maybe it's 3-1, actually. Count is 3-1. They said that that was not a swing by J.D. McLaughlin, so thus they said it was a ball, and the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. A 3-1 coming in to J.D. McLaughlin. Called ball 4. Ooh. Hesitation on the call. Our home plate umpire changes up his strike call. And that one, ABS would have had as a ball. I think every single pitch in this at-bat has been improperly called. Astounding. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. That was a fascinating at-bat. Balls and strikes are hard to call, ladies and gentlemen. You don't get it perfect, but that was a 0% clip by our umpiring crew, because I don't just say the home plate umpire. I think the first base umpire said it was not a swing when I think it was. And if you're a RedPocket Mobile fan, you at least can say, in the end, ball don't lie. But that would have been frustrating to watch if I was the Miranda family back home in Puerto Rico or anybody else cheering for RedPocket. This one golfed high in the sky down the right field line, and nobody's going to get to it. Oh-2 on the foul ball. As you see, Harrison Dudley showing off some of that athleticism. 0-2, 2 outs, 9-8 scoreline. Great job by Miranda to take a very wacky inning. And as this one buffed into shallow center field, nobody's going to get there. It just falls. A Texas Leaguer single will open the door for Jacob Steele with Garner on first, excuse me. Up steps Jacob Steele, who's 1 for 2, a sacrifice fly his last time up. Can he make some magic here in the bottom of the 8th inning at Glacier Bank Park? First pitch is called a strike. I got to check at some point if our ABS is off. This is outstanding. I mean, I don't know what our home plate umpire has seen, because every single called pitch has virtually been wrong this inning. That one was a ball inside, called a strike. Did he go there? No, I think that might be a correct call for once. That one skipped in the dirt, so it's hopefully easily seen. I just don't believe what I've seen. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Laced down the left field line, but Steele was out in front of it. Foul ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. I will say, Zampella's back into the contest as this one's fouled off. Zampella's back into the contest, so he will step up to the plate. Likely, if that opportunity comes here in the bottom of the 8th inning, he might have the the biggest at-bat of his career in the first game. The 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch, though, to Steele. Down the right field line. Will it stay fair? It is just foul. Oh, Nelly. Oh, my goodness. That ball was a hair foul. And I watched it the entire way down this right field line, and I didn't know what it was going to do until it hit something, because if it hit off the wall, it probably would have had a good chance to be fair. Oh, my goodness. Steele nearly connected with that one perfectly, and it would have scored a run off likely an RBI double, maybe a triple for Steele. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, in once again. Can Steele just straighten it out a little bit? The 1-2. The runner's going, and it pulls the batter, it pulls the second baseman out of position. Stop sign at third, and oh my goodness. The hit and run is perfect for the Range Riders. Jackson was going to second to cover, and instead it leaks through the right side of the infield for a base hit. Zampella will step up to the plate here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Can he come through in his professional debut? Walker Zampella swinging on the first pitch. Count goes to 0-1. Tying run on third base. Single. His last time up, it was an infield single over to third, just not handled cleanly on a moving Johnson over there. The 0-1, 2-out pitch from Miranda. Fouled off again. Count goes to 0-2. If the Range Riders did want to pinch hit, the options they would have had were Lutzo, Brock Vredenberg, and Drew Collins. They opt to stay with Zampella for the 0-2. 2-out pitch. Garner on third. Steele on first. The pitch in. Misses low and away. Also beware, wild pitch will score. Garner from third, likely. I mean, it will have to. If it gets scored as a wild pitch, it will score the runner from third. Steele is on first base. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I might consider sending Steele here to try and entice that Little League double steal. 1 ball, 2 strikes in. Hit on the ground, over towards third. It's fielded by Johnson. The throw is skipped in and not handled cleanly. Oh my goodness, a run scores. We are tied. Range Riders and the Mobiles at 9-9. Johnson cooked that one into the dirt, and the first baseman, Harrison Dudley, couldn't handle it. It is the Range Riders 9 and the RedPocket Mobiles 9. Zampella doesn't get the game-winning hit, but he does get the ball in play, which was enough. As you look back at it, handled cleanly by Johnson, but he just threw a fastball, and Garner across home equalizes us at 9 apiece. What a turn in this game. 8 unanswered by Glacier. Up comes Fernandez. First pitch, a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Wow. Steele went first to third, by the way, too. 1-0 pitch into Fernandez, who's 2 for 5 today. That one upstairs. Count goes to 2-0. The Range Riders have still not come up with a hit with a runner in scoring position, which is absurd. They've had walks, they've had sacrifice flies, they just had an error to score a run. But they have not had a hit with a runner in scoring position today. Can Fernandez be the first, the 2-0? It is 3-0. A ball would load the bases for Kyle Ashworth waiting on deck. Wow. The 3-0 two-out pitch. Ball four, Fernandez is given nothing to swing at, and Miranda is feeling Thursday night repeat itself all over again. That game was won on a walk-off walk, and Miranda could not find the strike zone in the ninth inning. He looks down at the baseball in his glove. There's nobody available in the RedPocket Mobiles bullpen right now, essentially, unless they want to get Juan Abreu up, who pitched an inning last night. Wow. Jack Maruskin has been hanging around in the bullpen for a while as Kyle Ashworth sees a pitch that misses, and the count goes to 1-0. One ejection already this inning on a complaint due to the strike zone and a non-swinging strike, whatever that was, early in this inning. The 1-0 two-out pitch, we're square at 9 apiece. Fouled off by Kyle Ashworth. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. This game ticking around 3.5 hours of runtime in what has been an absurd game in an absurd week of games with the RedPocket Mobiles. The 1-1 two-out pitch. Up high and outside. Count goes to 2-1. That one, I'll try and flag it if there's an incorrect call. That one was correct, as was the ball that started off the at-bat. 2 balls and 1 strike, but they're both very close. Miranda's not far off, the 2-1. Fouled off, count goes to 2-2. 9-9 scoreline. Due up in the top half of the 9th, it's Weaver, Jackson, and Bishop in a game that I did not believe was going to be here 8 runs ago for the Range Riders. It was 9-1 at a certain point. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th inning. Bases loaded, the pitch in to Ash. Down the right field line, it's going to be down for a base hit. 1 across, 2 across, Fernandez from third. It's a bases clearing 3 RBI triple for the Rain. No, it's out at third. Oh my goodness. Our third base umpire brings the inning to a close, but Ashworth with a bases clearing 3 RBI double. It's the Range Riders leading 12-9. We head to the top of the 9th. What a finish to the 8th will be. Well, let's look back at it. Come on now, let's look back at it. Here's the look at it. I will say that call at third base, I don't know. As you see, the great relay put on Fret, and then they threw it to third, and we didn't get the clean look of it at third there. We'll take a quick break and be right back for the 9th. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. It's a swinging strike to start the top of the 9th inning. Maury Weaver due up here, as is Jackson and Bishop. Jack Moruskin out to attempt the save after a bonkers bottom of the 8th inning. The 0-1. Missed inside. Range Riders have 2 challenges. The RedPocket Mobiles have none. And it is hard to power rank some of the heartbreakers the Mobiles have had, but this one would be up there near the top of the list if they do not find a way to a comeback. But do not count this RedPocket squad out. They have skill in this lineup, that's for sure. But the Range Riders have a lot of skill on the mound right now with Jack Moruskin, a guy who's used to pitching in somewhat cold weather. Started his career at Frostburg State. Ended up being a part of the Orioles system. Played for the Billings Mustangs last year, and now the Range Riders this year. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And it is called strike 3. 95 on the fastball to send down Weaver. There's 1 gone in the 9th. The Range Riders were down 9-1 in the top of the 4th inning. They put on 1 in the bottom of the 4th, 1 in the bottom of the 6th, and they have scored 9 in the last 2 innings. Up comes Marquise Jackson, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. Jackson grounded out up the middle on a play made by Steele to end the scoring opportunity that was afoot in the top of the 6th inning when Jacob Hasty came in and inherited a runner on 2nd and 3rd situation. One misses and the count goes to 1-1. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how many years have been taken off my life in the past couple nights, but it is probably more than I can count. 1-1. Flared out to shallow left field. Ashworth moving in a few steps and making the grab for out number 2. The last chance for the RedPocket Mobiles is the man who was the last chance against Moruskin 2 nights ago, Braylon Bishop. He was the tying run at the plate, and he struck out swinging against Moruskin in kind of a similar situation. 3-run game in the top of the 9th inning after a comeback by the Range Riders. Now, what will Moruskin hit Bishop with? It's fouled off on the first pitch, and the count goes to 0-1. I'll give Bishop a lot of credit. After the strikeout swinging, he gave kind of an approving nod like, hey, that was great stuff, to Moruskin on the strikeout. Bishop, who certainly plays with a certain flair, he will also give credit where credit is due, but right now he's trying to get the better of Moruskin in their 2nd matchup. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, as that one misses just out above and outside the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the 9th inning. Range Riders lead 12-9. The 1-1 is in the zone. Scrapes the outside corner. And the Range Riders have the Mobiles down to their last strike. Range Riders trying to win their 6th game in a row. Can they pull it off here thanks to 11 unanswered runs after trailing 9-1 midway through this contest? The 1 ball, 2 strike, 2 out pitch upstairs, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 9th. The pitch in from Moruskin to Bishop. Also misses. Tried to get him with a breaker. 81 miles per hour, dipping low and away outside the zone. But now on a 3-2, 2-out pitch, is going to be power on power. Bishop, who led off each of the last 2 games with solo home runs. We'll see what he can do on a 3-2, 2-out pitch, top of the 9th inning. The pitch home. Called strike 3. Bishop has himself the winner, and the Range Riders win. somehow Glacier finds a way, thanks to 11 unanswered runs here in this contest. The RedPocket Mobiles drop another heartbreaker at the hands of the Glacier Range Riders, a called strike 3 to finish it on this Saturday evening. Oh, Nelly, we're gonna have a post-game interview, I believe with Donovan Ratfield. Ratfield ended up going 3 for 4. And he will talk with Lauren Hill down on the sideline in a moment. As one of the heroes of a wonderful Range Rider performance. Midway through this contest, the offense came alive, and when that happened, boy, oh boy, did it get fun for the Flathead faithful who made their way out of the ballpark. Oh, what a game. We'll send it down to the field with the Range Rider sideline reporter, Lauren Hill, and Donovan Ratfield right now.
Hello, Range Riders fans. I am here with our starting catcher, Donovan Ratfield. So we were a deficit of 7 runs at the bottom of the 5th tonight. One heck of a comeback for us tonight, beginning to rally in the 7th. Can you walk us through that mentality at the plate with a situation like tonight?
Yeah, I think for everyone, it's just, one pitch at a time, just taking it slow and knowing that, we got a great group of guys here and anything's possible. So, yeah, I think everyone had faith in the dugout, and I'm just super, super pumped that we were able to do that as a team. So.
And then you went 3 for 4 tonight. You have the 2nd best batting average on the team. As a returner, what changes were made to your game during this offseason?
I think it's all about just having a good routine, knowing what went well last year and knowing where I needed to improve and just hammering on my weaknesses and working hard every day. So.
All right, and 6-game winning streak now. I have to ask, do you have any superstitions when it comes to the winning streak?
Definitely been wearing the same shirt to the field every day.
All right, and last question for you. Looking toward next weekend, it is Celebrate America 250th edition. For the fans that do not know, how awesome is our July 4th game here? The fireworks, just everything.
I've never seen better fireworks than right here at Glacier Bank Park, so make sure you come back. This team is feeling good, and I'm just excited for what's to come. So thank you, Flathead Valley. Let's go.
Thank you, Donovan.
Donovan Ratfield, a showman as ever, playing up the Flathead faithful that came out on this kind of chilly Saturday night. What a game from the Glacier Range Riders. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap this baby up from Glacier Bank Park.
Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back in. I'm still trying to catch my breath here at Glacier Bank Park. The Range Riders pulled off one of the most incredible comebacks in franchise history to the tune of a 9 unanswered to finish this contest down 9-1. It was unbelievable. Range Riders win by a score of 12-9 here at Glacier Bank Park. All right, well, let's go over something. I'll try and get some scoring summary for you, but really, I mean, with an understanding that the RedPocket Mobiles obviously built that 9-1 lead, and they looked in command of this contest. The runs after the 9-1 lead are the things to pay attention to, because those were the winning plays made by Glacier. It started with a Carson Garner solo home run to center field. Alex Fernandez then stole second, and Jacob Steele was able to steal home on a Little League double steal. That was a huge moment. And then in the 7th, that's when the run started to come. J.D. McLaughlin RBI walk. Carson Garner RBI walk. Jacob Steele sacrifice fly. Ashworth RBI walk. And a Ratfield RBI walk. That's 4 RBI walks in one inning, waiting for the big hit. But it didn't come. Zampella then reached on an error by the third baseman, and in the ensuing at-bat, or a couple at-bats later, Kyle Ashworth came through with the clutch hit, a 3 RBI double down in right field, got thrown out at third. I still don't know how out that actually was. It was a close play over there, and that rounded out. That was the winning hit for the Glacier Range Riders. Ashworth, the 3 RBI knock for Glacier. The winning pitcher tonight will be Alex Bustamante, because the Range Riders took the lead after Bustamante pitched a scoreless top of the 8th inning. The loss will go to Miranda, who I believe did not allow an earned run. And that's brutal for Miranda. You also saw no earned runs from Adams. No earned runs technically from Adams, who pitched 2/3 of an inning. 3 earned runs against Arias, and Cooper allowed 5 earned runs for this squad. The RedPocket Mobiles, a first professional outing that he'll want to put behind him quickly. The save goes to Jack Maruskin. For Jack Maruskin, that is his 7th save of the year. Range Riders win this one by a score of 12-9. This has been a long contest, so I'm going to try and wrap this baby up pretty quickly with a quick look around the league. Over 3.5 hours of runtime in this cinematic motion picture of Mobiles Range Riders baseball. We got a final from everywhere else around the PBL. Billings sweeps the doubleheader, and the Range Riders, it might just be too much gas in the tank for Billings and Long Beach to catch up, because the Coast won 13-8 as well. The magic number for Long Beach is 7. The magic number for Billings is 8, with just about 2 weeks left to go in the season. Oakland wins 5-4 over Yuba Sutter. Ogden beat Great Falls 18-17. The Chuckers are on a 6-game win streak, just like the Range Riders. Their 9-3 victory over the Boise Hawks was their 6th straight win, and that is all she wrote from an eventful Saturday night in PBL baseball, an eventful Saturday night here at Glacier Bank Park. Make sure you show up tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. You won't have another Range Rider game to come to until next Friday, as we're on the road in Great Falls next week. So make sure to show up to the Range Riders contest against the RedPocket Mobiles tomorrow, 1:05 p.m. It is Sunday Family Day at Glacier Bank Park. For all of us that make this broadcast possible and put a lot of time and effort into this 3.5-hour climactic broadcast, we wish you a wonderful rest of your evening, and stay safe out there. Range Riders win 12-9.